Hi, my name is Bonnie Lane, and this is my Module 1 for Data and Assessment. I am married for almost 27 years to my husband, Scott. We have 4 wonderful children. My oldest, Mariah, married Brandon a couple years ago. Then our middle child, Brendan, works for Cox Communication, and our youngest, Morgan, attends Austin College in Sherman, Texas. I have been an educator for 22 years. I've worked in 2 different school districts. The one I'm currently working in is Hayesville here in Kansas. Our school is a Title I school with approximately 330 students. It is one of the smaller schools, but it is growing. We have the Reg Ed, Special Ed, but we also have the ED program, which is for the emotionally disturbed, and a kindergarten readiness program, which is for students who are not academically and behaviorally ready to enter school. They go into this classroom and with a lot of support, and they eventually start coming out into the classroom with a para. Once they're successful in my class, then they will go out to their homeroom schools. Our population is about 55% free reduced meals. This is my 3rd year in kindergarten. Data analysis and instruction in pre-K to 2nd grade is different from 3 to 5. In kindergarten, we do literacy first, which is focusing on phonological awareness and their phonics. We test them at the very beginning of the year to find out where they're at, and then we will individualize programs for the students from that point forward so we can get those skills that they've missed. Then we have for math, we have early, it's called ECAM, it's an early childhood assessment mathematics. It does kind of the same type of thing where we know the standards what we should have passed by the end of the year. So it breaks it down for us for each 9 weeks, and then we test them to see where they're at. Math is a little bit harder to direct the direction that we go with individualized instruction. I'll get to that later. Then 3-5, we have state assessment, summative, the formative, informal benchmark, observation, hands-on, a whole bunch of different things there. We use our data to levelize. Last year we cross-grade levelized. This year is just within our grade level. We use it to direct our lessons, to evaluate progress, determine the need and support of our students. We also use that data. If there's a teacher concern, we take it to the student improvement team with all the data that we collect from everywhere. And then we decide on what strategies we can help to implement to help the student be successful. This is not a method or a system to get students into special ed. It's just to help them be successful. So then after we implement those strategies, we determine the effectiveness of them. Then we will repeat our meeting. We'll see if we need to adjust and what we need to do. Then we meet and repeat again. I am of the firm belief that sometimes we over-test our children and we don't look at all the other areas that they're really strong in, which I am excited to hear in our middle school. They are starting to use that train of thought a little bit more when placing students. The use of my data instruction, I have for the phonics and the PA in our Reading Flex, I will do small group where I will work with a set of students who are on the same skill. Sometimes it benefits the student to do a one-on-one, and whether it be academic reasons, behavior reasons, focus reasons, whatever. But I also have wonderful paras that help support during this time. And I have one specific para that I said these children need more exposure. So she will work with them over and over throughout the time, as well as I do, but it gives them that multiple exposure at small bits of time so they don't get too overwhelmed. I test my students as needed. When they have mastered a skill, then I'll teach it, then I'll test them a few days later. I don't direct my instructional testing according to a schedule of any sort. It's according to the student needs. Critique of my data. I do a really good job with my reading, knowing what I'm doing, monitoring them, the retention of it. The math is the area that needs more growth. And the reason I feel this is because our district is very much set on our curriculum that we use, and they want us to do it with fidelity and not use anything else. Well, I think sometimes that's hindering because then we really aren't using that data. We're driving a curriculum instead of letting students drive where we teach. I know that is something that our district is hopefully working on. Do what I can to meet those individual needs, but my hands, I feel, are tied in that area. My plan to improve on the data is reflect on my own data, whether it's good or bad. I can do that. I can make lesson plans. That's not the concern. My concern is the struggle when we're looking at our whole school, whether it's academic or behavioral data, and helping to create plans and ideas to support continued learning for all of our students, regardless of where they're at. My plan through this class is to soak up everything I can, to learn maybe some new tricks, some new ideas, to stay strong in my educational convictions, and to speak up when it is necessary. The standards that I am meeting with this is Standard 6 Operation and Management and NELP 6.2, where we gather, develop, evaluate data, and advocate, in my case, for math programs or alternate implementation of the data-informed methods to support school improvement and student development of all learners according to their needs. And the second one is the Visionary Plan ISTE 2D, which is to inform staff, parents, and our community about successes of our students and how we plan to continue improving the educational students receive at our wonderful school, Freeman Elementary. Thank you very much.